Ever wondered how to describe someone's appearance in English with more precision and variety? You're in the right place. Welcome to another exciting exploration of the English language, where we dive into the fascinating world of collocations. Collocations are a powerful tool in language learning. They're combinations of words that frequently go together, creating a richer, more nuanced way of expressing thoughts and ideas. For example, we don't just say a big beard, we might say a shaggy beard, instantly painting a more vivid picture in the listener's mind. Today, we're focusing on collocations related to physical appearance. We'll delve into facial hair, body structure, grooming actions, and even evaluating attractiveness. By the end of this video, you'll be able to describe the thickest mustache, the broadest shoulders, or the most athletic build with ease and style. Ready to expand your vocabulary? Here we go. First, we dive into the world of facial hair. Ever heard of a thick mustache or a shaggy beard? As we venture into this realm, let's unlock the meanings of these fascinating phrases. A thick mustache is a common collocation used to describe a mustache that is dense and heavy. It's the kind of mustache that stands out prominently on a person's face. Picture a classic detective or a vintage gentleman, their upper lip adorned with a robust and unmistakable display of hair. Here's an example sentence for you. The detective was easily recognizable by his thick mustache. Moving on, let's unravel the term shaggy beard. This phrase is used to describe a beard that is long, bushy, and perhaps a bit untamed. Think of a rugged outdoorsman or a wise old wizard, their chins covered in a wild cascade of hair. For instance, you could say, the mountain man was known for his shaggy beard that seemed to have a life of its own. Now let's bring these two collocations under a broader term. Facial hair. Facial hair is a general term used to refer to the hair growing on a person's face, including the mustache, beard, sideburns, and even eyebrows. It's an umbrella term that captures all the different styles and forms of hair that can grace a human face. For example, his facial hair was meticulously groomed, giving him a distinguished look. Understanding these collocations can add a dash of color to your everyday conversations. Instead of simply saying, he has a lot of hair on his face, you can now say, he sports a thick mustache and a shaggy beard, or his facial hair is quite impressive. These phrases allow you to be more specific and descriptive, painting a vivid picture with your words. So next time you spot a man with a lot of hair on his face, you'll know exactly how to describe him. Now let's talk about body structure. Have you ever described someone as having an athletic build or broad shoulders? When we say someone has an athletic build, we're painting a picture of someone who is physically fit, muscular, and in good health. It suggests a person who engages in regular physical activity or sports. Picture a sprinter or a gymnast. Their bodies are usually lean and toned. That's what we mean by an athletic build. You might use it in a sentence like this. She admired his athletic build, evidence of the many hours he spent at the gym. Or perhaps, he was tall, with an athletic build that suggested he was no stranger to physical activity. Moving on, broad shoulders is another common phrase used in English to describe body structure. This expression refers to the width of a person's shoulders. It's often used to describe men, but not exclusively. When you think of broad shoulders, think of a swimmer or a weightlifter. Their shoulders are usually wide and strong, giving them a powerful appearance. Here's how you might use broad shoulders in a sentence. He had broad shoulders that filled out his suit nicely. Or maybe, her broad shoulders were a testament to her dedication to swimming. Just remember, these collocations aren't just about physical descriptions. They can also give us clues about a person's lifestyle or habits. An athletic build might suggest a commitment to fitness and health, while broad shoulders could imply strength or endurance. So the next time you're describing someone, don't just stop at their hair or eye color. Dive a little deeper. Talk about their build or the width of their shoulders. It adds depth to your descriptions and paints a more vivid picture for your listener. Now you've got some great phrases to describe someone's physique. But we're not done yet, so stay tuned as we're moving on to grooming actions next. Ever told someone to trim his beard or comb his hair? Let's discuss these grooming actions. When you tell someone to trim his beard, it means you're suggesting that they shorten or tidy up their facial hair. This is used often when someone's beard has grown too long or appears untidy. For instance, you might say, "John, you should trim your beard. It's getting quite shaggy." Now let's look at comb his hair. This phrase is used when someone's hair looks messy or unkempt, and you're suggesting they should brush it to make it neat. For example, you might say, "Peter, please comb your hair before we leave for the party." These phrases are quite straightforward and are commonly used in everyday English conversation. They help us to communicate our thoughts about someone's appearance or grooming habits in a polite and constructive manner. There you have it. From now on, you can talk about grooming in English like a pro. Finally, let's touch upon attractiveness. How would you use "somewhat attractive" in a sentence? This phrase is a gentle way to express that someone is pleasing to look at, but not overwhelmingly so. It's a bit like saying they're not a supermodel, but they definitely catch your eye. Think about a guy with a thick mustache, shaggy beard, and athletic build. Perhaps he also has broad shoulders. He catches your attention. You might say, "He's somewhat attractive." Notice how this phrase doesn't gush over his good looks, but acknowledges them nonetheless. Or consider a woman who always takes time to trim her beard and comb her hair. Her attention to grooming makes her stand out. You might comment, "She's somewhat attractive." Again, it's not a grand statement of beauty, but a nod to her appealing aspects. Remember, attractiveness is subjective and varies from person to person. So, somewhat attractive is a handy phrase to express moderate admiration for someone's appearance. And with that, we've covered some great collocations to describe appearances in English. So, we've explored a variety of collocations today, haven't we? We discussed thick moustache, shaggy beard, and facial hair, then moved on to body structures like athletic build and broad shoulders. We also touched on grooming actions, such as trim his beard and comb his hair. And we rounded it off with the term somewhat attractive. Keep practicing these phrases, and you'll sound more natural and fluent in English. Until next time, keep learning and growing.